three best friends.
Well, this is
The story of a girl.
who.
This is a secret Clubhouse podcast where we take a word from our listeners and we use it for the theme for the rest of the episode. Today's secret password is
Health.
talking about health, which is relevant because we just talked about how we would like to die. Ralph, how do you want to die?
I want to die on a speedboat, high on so much cocaine. Just put it to go, and I'm in the back sipping champagne and living life.
Go is in a setting on a
Wait.
That's actually similar to how I planned mine out.
Really?
Yeah. That's surprisingly similar.
Like how much?
Really close. I've thought about this for years, so I was glad you asked the question. He kind of stole my thunder, but I plan on dying of old age. Well, not of old age, in my old age, but dying on a jet ski jump explosion. When I ride a jet ski through a fire ring, I land that jet ski, give a grandpa thumbs up, and then the jet ski explodes.
It's not going to happen like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Why?
you're
you know what?
You're gonna have
You're gonna die. A murder hornet is gonna land on you, sting you. A bear's gonna eat your head, and then a serial killer is gonna cut off your dinger.
James, no, you're gonna have a heart attack in a movie theater.
The funniest thing is, I feel like my perfect ideal death would be to sacrifice myself to save somebody, but I felt like my real death is gonna be a heart attack in a movie theater.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna be watching Bolt 2 and then just
Me and James on a friend date.
yeah.
It is always shitty like that. Huh? You like plan it in your head. The same thing. Like, I want to be a hero. I'd love to save somebody. How cool. And then you like choke on a sample in the back of a Trader Joe's.
Yeah, literally the Acorn article is just gonna read 2 area men found dead during Pixar movie. it's just a picture of me and James.
Name us. They
No,
just called us area.
we're area men.
Damn.
Dead
His
in a
name was Robert Polson.
We're just dead in a Regal theater.
Yeah, it takes you a while for them to find you.
And they never find my body because I didn't buy a ticket.
He's off the grid.
So they didn't think anybody was in that showing.
But that's karma, because that's the shittiest part about the death is they find out you died while the lamp was jumping on the eye.
At the beginning.
Yeah, you didn't get to see the movie.
I didn't even get to fucking see it.
You saw the short before the movie.
Full tub of popcorn. But when I go to drop it, it doesn't fall because my dick was through the bottom of it.
And I'm sitting there.
The popcorn spilled, but the bucket's still on my lap, and I'm just a corpse that is now too hot because I didn't buy a ticket.
And I'm choking on your dick popcorn. And that's how I die.
Goldstein's got a handful stuck in his esophagus.
Goldstein dies with his dead hand and his popcorn.
All right, we're gonna edit that part out too.
No, we're not.
That's in. You were holding junior mints, and your dick was holding up both.
Just the biggest smiles ever.
But he's just got a flaccid dick, just sad at the bottom of the popcorn.
Yeah, it's not holding it up well. It just barely locked in.
It's covered in butter.
It's just swinging.
What do you expect from it?
Just a glossy, flaccid popcorn covered dick.
I'm dead. I'm as good as dead.
Oh my
If
God.
this airs, I'm as good as dead. We gotta cancel this one. I'm as good as dead.
You are dead.
You screaming "I'm as good as dead" isn't helping.
That would be funny if we got
Oh
canceled.
well, we might as well have a nice time.
Yeah, we only have 6 subscribers, but one of them just really went all in on us. Looked up our history.
Fuck. Well, here's to health, boys. Cheers.
Cheers.
There's a hair on my glass. It
Yeah.
fell out of my head. That's probably not a good sign.
Bro, you have a lot of hairs falling out.
Yeah.
The glass Ralph gave me also had a hair in it
I'm stressed.
from the airing of this episode.
From the air, I'm as good as dead.
Sorry, but 6 weeks from now, today, if you're listening to the podcast,
Just dead soft dick in the bottom of a popcorn.
what movie?
Bolt 2.
Oh, it was Bolt 2.
Bolt 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have
That's
to
funny.
because I've seen Bolt 1.
I was going to say.
So I don't even
But this is
have
the
a
second
fucking
time you
choice.
saw Bolt 2 because the first time you saw it, you wanted to see the movie. The second time, you're like, I want to get my dick janged.
The first
Janged?
the first time I pirated it, and then I felt bad, so I went in person.
She's janging my dick.
Janged it.
Your dick janged.
I feel like we're all in pretty good health, man. How you guys doing?
No.
Yeah.
The answer to that question is
stressed.
no.
Apparently, I'm balding, but it'll take way longer for me to go bald than the time I have to live. So I'm good to go.
Yeah, I got a hair transplant and I'm still going bald, so I don't know what's happening there. Paid a lot of money to go bald slower.
Do you feel like you're still like it's not?
Yeah, some days are good, some days are bad.
What if you just just started working out more, wear some more cologne, a little more self confidence?
Oh my god. There he is. There he is, folks. Oh, there he is. I've been waiting for him all day. I was like, where is that piece of shit? I haven't seen him since
He
February.
hasn't fucking smeared his teeth yet, dude. He's been holding back like a caged lion. The keeper left the door
Dude,
open.
it's like the movie Me, Myself, and Irene, where Jim Carrey's eyes just get a little smaller. Dude, I looked at Ralph
You know why?
and I saw the change.
You know why? Because he's had tequila now. He's tequila Ralph.
He had it yesterday too, though.
But it didn't kick in. I can tell it's kicked in.
It's bad. I saw his eyes fucking shift.
Yeah.
They glossed over.
He's got a couple bangers.
Like a lizard man?
Yeah.
He's got a couple
Turn
bangers.
yellow.
Lizard man.
He's got bangers.
I don't even know what I was saying. I'm so hurt.
Oh, you're talking about how you're going bald again.
Yeah. Just trying to forget.
If it makes you guys feel any better, I always thought of myself as being like a pinnacle of health.
Oh, man. Why?
Yeah, I found out it wasn't normal. So I found out that I was like sleeping super poorly. But I would sleep for like 24 hours and then wake up tired.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't understand it. And I remember it was just going on for like a long time where it was like I would get a lot of rest. And then the next morning, I'm like, fuck, why am I so tired? And my dad just was like, you're just lazy. You got to be more active. And because my dad just saw me sleeping for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And-
if we know one thing about dads is they're always right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
But we ended up going, we went to a doctor, like a sleep specialist, to find out what was going on. And the way they said, they're like, oh, we'll book you an appointment. And we're basically just going to like wire you up and monitor you sleep. And I'm like, I feel like that's not going to help my sleeping problem.
Yeah.
I feel like that'll make it worse. You know, it's like
Did they give you something to help you sleep, like
No.
Tylenol PM or a nice herbal tea?
no, you just go in your pajamas to a weird office building
Really?
and they just strap you up with wires. I felt like I was being plugged into the Matrix.
Too bad for them. I sleep naked and I burnt my pajamas because I was mad at my mom. This was like 2 weeks ago. She doesn't live with me, but left a pretty nasty voicemail. And she gave me those pajamas, so fuck them. I burned them.
I literally went into this doctor's office and I sit there and the guy's like asking me questions like, oh, what do you do for a job? And I was like, I deliver pizzas and I also do stand-up comedy. And he's like, oh, how interesting. While he's wiring me up, he was like, I was in a band and we were touring and it was my dream. It was my passion. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Were you successful? And he was like, well, now I do sleep studies. And it just crushed me because I'm getting wired up and it's not a good look. I mean, I have 2 wires hanging off my temples.
Yeah.
I have things in my nose. I have like things on my neck and my heart. And he's like, all right, good night. And shuts the lights off.
Could you be on your phone?
No, couldn't do anything. You just have to lay there in a pitch black room until you fall
Trying to
asleep.
fall asleep,
That's
right?
terrible.
That's
And then
there's no way I could fall asleep.
no way.
I also just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
If that happened to me, I'd be like, I'm not doing this.
yeah.
I'd start taking the shit off. I'd be like, what the fuck is... It
Yeah.
feels like they are studying you, but it feels like you're a rat.
Right.
I feel like you can't sleep if somebody tells you to sleep.
Yeah, hey, go sleep right now.
I'm trying.
But the
I'd be
first
more
thing,
awake because I'm like, fuck, he wants me to sleep and I
Yeah.
gotta figure it out.
but first they tell
Gotta
you,
do the math.
they basically just tell you like your dream's gonna fail and you're gonna one day work in a weird office building wiring people up. And then they're like, okay, good night.
Yeah. You have good luck.
Yeah.
Especially a dude I don't know telling me good night.
Right.
is also not gonna at least have my mom come in and fucking feed me warm applesauce or whatever you guys did.
Yeah, can you at least send my dad in and give me instructions for something to do tomorrow?
You're gonna have chores in the all right.
Okay, all right, I'm out. So I went to bed, and this is the first session I had. So I finally, at some point, got to bed, but I remember leading up to it, like, the only thing that was, like, going through my head was, like, I wonder if they're going to be able to, like, know if I farted in my sleep. Like, which wire's connected to my fart? Like, and I'm just freaking out. And then eventually I just conked out. And I woke up the next morning, and the guy's like, yep, we're going to have to see you again next week. And I'm like, oh, for what? And he's like, you're going to have to come in, and we're going to try something different, and we're going to just run a bunch of other tests.
Sleep disease. You tested positive.
Yep, you've got a bad sleeper, kid.
Got a bad
It's
sleep.
on the fritz. You got a case of the sleeps.
Yeah, I had a bad sleeper, and look at how I ended up.
Not touring with my band.
Yeah, see you next week.
Was it the same guy?
Same guy.
So he had to
Did
stay
he
up
sleep
all
there?
night.
Did he sleep there too?
I have no fucking clue what this
Bro,
guy
what
did.
What if you were asleep and he like, okay, he's asleep, and then he got in his pajamas and then got on the bed with you and curled up in your arms and then set an alarm for like early enough.
8 minutes before I woke up. Just so he can freshen up and wake me up.
That's one of the
Clean you
questions.
up from the sex mess.
Do you remember if anyone was sleeping in your bed last night?
Do you have any weird dreams about anyone you've ever seen before?
Like me, like maybe their dream face looked like me.
Maybe
Yeah.
they're cute.
The night before, the questions don't even make sense. He's like, so your first name? Okay, great, Sam. And then when do you wake up in the morning?
Yeah. All right. How do you like your eggs? No. So literally, I just left paranoid because I had no fucking clue what was going on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm covered in wires. I'll send you guys the photo. And I go in a week later, and he's like, we're going to try to, like, put you on a machine. And I was like, what does that even mean? And he's like, just a couple more wires, you know. And I'm like, fuck, I already have like 30 wires
This
on.
one catches the farts.
It's a fart catcher?
We really
had it.
think it's farts
I
that are
think
doing
we
it.
missed one last week.
So they end up putting me on a CPAP, like the sleep apnea machine, because they're like, do you know what sleep apnea is? And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure just it sucks.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, so like you
It's
snore.
what killed the mom and what's eating Gilbert Grape.
Really?
Really?
I didn't know.
I was like, for real?
Why would James know that backstory? He got the unedited script.
I've done my research.
So I literally they have to put a machine in, and it just goes into my nose. And I mean, you've all slept with me at some point. You know what it
Right,
looks like now.
Yeah.
But my first thought was just like, I'm never gonna fuck again. And this is coming from somebody who didn't fuck for quite some time before going to the sleep study.
The sleep doctor goes, "Oh, you will."
Yeah, you were wrong. You just fucked. I wake up the next morning feeling fucking amazing.
Damn.
And I was able to pass out immediately. Turns out it worked. But like the whole process of it was this like foreign alien thing. It's like nothing's more uncomfortable than having to sleep near a stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is pretty weird.
Yes.
Covered in wires.
Wait, is he in the same room as you?
There's no
No.
way I wouldn't think this guy's gonna I'd be like, he's gonna stab me.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my thoughts were going into it. It was more just like, yeah, I just want to sleep, man.
Were you concerned about sleep boners?
Also, yes.
That's a good question.
Well,
Don't compliment yourself.
Yeah, it's old fucking.
I just
clown over here.
I ask him in the morning, like, were there any irregularities? And he's like, well, at 1:08 a.m., you got rock hard for 6 minutes, and then you farted 3 times. The boner went away. It came back a little later,
Less rock hard.
You had a snoring spell where you stopped breathing, and while you stopped breathing, you got hard. Is that something that happens frequently?
I like the idea of the guy being like a really good guy, and when the stuff's happening, he's trying to prevent it. So like you're farting, and he's like putting a sock in your butt, and then your boner's going up, and he's just like pushing it down. Like not in a sexual way, but he's genuinely like doesn't want.
I'm just gonna put some popcorn on this.
Doesn't want you to embarrass yourself.
No, I read about these.
He's gonna be so embarrassed.
He's just on his computer frantically typing, trying to like.
Papers are flying everywhere. And he's just
He's gonna be so embarrassed from these pictures I took.
He's having a sleep erection. Just pressing F9, trying to get that wire to trigger my boner going down.
Good luck.
So what happened?
So I found out I have sleep apnea, and I had to wear the machine, and my health got like 10 times better. And I
Nice.
sleep better. I still hate the way I look in it. It's like one of the most shameful things that I ever admit, and I hate. It's like the one thing I hate the most about me.
I think a lot of people have sleep apnea.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
also
some
think
of you have it unchecked. Go ahead, visit your nearest doctor.
yeah, nobody thinks they snore.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not everybody goes, I don't snore.
Yeah.
And
'Cause I
then
don't
you fall
snore.
asleep and you don't know if nobody wakes up mid snore.
Yeah.
Like off and hears it. You know what I mean? No one's eyes open and they keep going.
Right. It's like the
So
same-
I agree.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have it and they won't acknowledge it. But
Yeah.
if they got what Turbo got,
got called
they
out by
feel
a
way
stranger.
better.
Yeah.
But I bet everybody would feel better with that. If you're pumping fucking oxygen in my face while I'm asleep, so you shouldn't be ashamed.
when you sleep
I
and we're in the same
also
hotel
want it.
room, I
Yeah.
breathe on you
You breathe into my body like you're sucking
Into
my
his
soul.
nose.
to help.
You're sucking my soul like a
I'm giving you soul.
Pixar villain.
I'm adding to it.
See, I've noticed that Ralph snores, so that's why I plug my CPAP in, and then I just lock my mouth over his nose at night and just continuously blow into his nose. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1. That's why I
Yeah.
always sleep with Ralph.
Yeah,
Combo.
human centipede.
Yeah, that is a human centipede.
CPAP
CPAP.
adapter.
CPAP it is.
Yeah.
You know what they need to invent though that you just brought to my attention is a CPAP that's not so large and embarrassing.
True. I thought you
We
were
should
gonna
Shark
say,
Tank it
I thought you were gonna say a tandem one.
How should you do that?
for friends.
So the one tube comes up, but then forks off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe it's got like cooler designs. Maybe not as old people I'm dying in here design.
yeah, like a flame, like a flame on the side of your truck.
You smaller flames. You're describing Hot Wheels.
Add wheels to it.
Yeah, maybe it plays like Michael Bublé.
Yeah,
It's
Nobody
also
falls
a
asleep.
Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
I was gonna say just like a Bluetooth, like the earpiece. You could just maybe put like one of those in your nose, and then that does all the shit that thing does.
Yeah.
That's something I wish all the time because they're like,
How do we do
yeah,
it?"
we make a portable one that you could take on an airplane, and the portable one's even like this big,
Pretty big.
and then it still has the tube that goes into your dumb face.
Right. And
Yeah.
you have-
Would you
yeah.
ever wear it on an airplane?
Fuck no.
The flight attendant's doing the, in a case of emergency, oxygen drops down, and you're like, I brought my own!
Yeah, I'm good, Becca.
Thank you, but I have my own oxygen.
She sees me fastening the kid next to me.
Sure, don't touch him.
But no, I mean, like that's one of those things that it's like, if ever I was on an airplane for like an 18-hour flight, whoever's next to me,
Yeah.
I'm
If you
gonna
ever want to
fucking snore and
circumnavigate
die
the
in
globe,
my sleep, I don't care. I get on an airplane, I pop a couple trazodone, and I black the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be alive on that airplane.
Yeah.
I want to be awake when we leave Burbank, and then asleep the entirety while I'm in the air.
Yeah.
CPAP or not.
No CPAP.
It does make you look like Bane though, so
Yeah.
you would only if you wanted to become Bane, you could just do like a stupid thing, like open the emergency exit,
Yeah.
and then you're that guy.
Yeah, because then now no one's embarrassed of you. They're just terrified of you.
Yeah, they're scared. That's how you change your whole dynamic.
You merely adapted the oxygen. I was born without it.
Was crashing the plane part of your plan? Of course.
Dude, that's the second impression James has done on this podcast, and both have been excellent.
Thanks, man.
And
was
I've
the
never
first
heard
one?
you do impressions. Adam Sandler.
What was the first one? What
He
did it
did the
sound
Adam Sandler.
goat?
No, he was just doing like a line from like Billy Madison or some shit.
Oh.
The shampoo or something.
Yeah.
like? Shampoo is better condition.
I'm glad to hear. You're in good health now that you're being taken care of.
I don't think I'm in good health. I think I just sleep better now.
That's step number one.
Yeah,
Number one.
we all still eat burritos.
Yeah. I'm hanging in there. I'm a healthy guy myself. You got my bones. I've had some bone injuries, but I don't have the best bones.
Are you lying to someone right now?
My bones are okay.
Are you on trial?
I've had a lot of bone injuries, but I haven't like slept at a sleepover before with like a bunch of little kids.
I'm in good
Never
health.
murdered
My
a
bone-
human. I just fucking.
I'll say that.
I don't think you're in good health, to be honest.
Whoa! What? Okay.
You shit.
This is news to me.
You shit too much.
Okay, that is one thing. My bones is one thing, and my
Because I didn't even know about the bones, but I knew about the shitting. So
Yeah.
now it's two
all
things.
of my like major, and by bones I mean bones, but like all of my major health issues have been like orthopedic, like sports injuries.
Yeah.
So nothing like beyond that really.
Yeah.
I've had a couple knee surgeries. I broke my arm, but that's just like that's sports. I have irritable bowel syndrome.
Whoa, dude, that's fucking stinky gross.
Yeah, and you already told us, and it's still stinky
Did
gross.
you guys have like a meeting where you were like?
Yeah, we said every time you say that word, we're gonna say, ew.
So yeah,
you're
like
stinky
we
gross.
got to think like we have to treat James less like a person whenever he brings that up because
Irritable
he
bowel
is.
syndrome?
Yeah,
Yeah, when he
'Cause you're
talks
not a real
about-
person. You're a person that like poops too much too frequently, and you kind of just like bring the whole vibe of a party down. We always have to worry about you and your butt. And
We
stuff
had
like that.
an email exchange, and we said when he talks about shit, we call him
We
shit.
talk shit.
You might
Yeah.
need a
I do
CPAP
it-
for your butt.
No, but
would
hey,
be
but honestly, if you
the
have
reverse.
IBS, honestly, it's totally fine.
Well, what I really wanted to talk about was I was born with a birth defect. I was born with webbed hands.
Ew. What the fuck?
I didn't know this.
You knew
You
this,
knew?
bro.
Yeah.
You know this.
I didn't know this.
You know
Not
this.
even just his hands.
I
No.
have also presently webbed feet, webbed toes.
No.
Show him right now.
Your toes are out.
Yeah, but check this out. For the people at home.
Ah,
So my
bro.
yeah, it's the same. Ralph just has this.
Welcome to my evil nightmare.
I thought you knew I had my webs,
Don't
my
call
webs.
them that.
bro.
Don't call them your
They're
webs.
my webs. I will refer to them as I such, please.
Why haven't you surgically fixed that?
Why haven't you just amputated your fucking
Well, I
feet?
surgically fixed my hands, my fingers.
Look at his scars on his hands.
Bro, look at these scars.
You see how you got these scars?
Whoa.
Okay, so-
how old were you?
So I was born. This is my middle finger on each hand, and my ring finger on each hand were completely webbed to the top of my fingertips. So they were together. I had like 4 fingers when I was
Wait.
He was the penguin.
We know how crazy this is, right? James gets compared to Jason
born.
Momoa all
Yeah.
the time, and James was Aquaman.
He has web. Yeah.
Am I the only one seeing the big
parallel.
picture?
Oh, you're right.
I think the saddest part is he was born as a superhero, and they're like, nope.
Yeah.
They took it away from him.
Not this guy. He has irritable bowel syndrome. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
He'll
he's gonna
never-
stink out the whole ocean.
You swimming fast but shitting.
This guy can't not shit in the ocean.
He'll never save the sea. He'll just make it shittier.
What will the mermaids think of his shit?
Dude, this is crazy news to me. I did
Wow. I
not
thought
know
you
that,
knew I
and
had
I've
web
never
fingers.
seen
I've
his
never
hands.
seen
They
this.
look like freaking gross.
No, 'cause-
Okay.
so when your fingers, no one looks at anyone's
Right.
in between fingers.
Yeah, but you have to because James he puts them in your face and he's like always like making stuff.
no,
and
you
like,
fed me before. I've never seen those.
Yeah, I use my fingers.
Is
My-
your 11th finger?
I use my 8 fingers because I was born with 4 on each hand, but I have the bones for 5.
How-
I had the potential.
How old were you when they?
I was young. I was like 17.
So he was in 7th grade.
So like I was pretty young. Last year I got the operation.
How old are you?
4 years old.
You're
4 years
4?
old. Yes.
Do
You look like a little aquafish for fucking 5 years of
I
your
had a
life.
human face.
Your family's just wheeling around a fucking tadpole.
My stroller's just an aquarium. Oh, little baby, what the fuck? It's a lobster.
We have to feed them, and they're just shaking the fucking
Shaking fucking flakes on top.
You pop rocks.
I'm feeding an orca.
So I got, they separated when I was 4 because here's the thing. Like, I had to go through, like, a little bit of bone development. And also, you don't want to, like, put a newborn into surgery because they're vulnerable to infections.
Right.
They don't have the immune system. So I had to develop an immune system before I could have surgery.
Do you remember it? Because that's like the age you would.
Not really. I have one memory of it because I was in preschool when I had the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Just swimming
And
with dolphins.
I couldn't, I had the cast on, and I now couldn't color. And I had giant casts on my right hand, and I couldn't hold a crayon because the surgery was on my hand. So the cast went up to my elbow, but I had no hand. It was just a club.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like crying, trying to color with my left hand. And that was my only really memory. There's like pictures of me with casts as a child. I look like a little mummy. They did the whole body just in case.
You don't remember your face? They reveal it. It's the same face.
They're a little cute little pharaoh.
What a disappointment. He used to be a dolphin. What did you not like remember the transition of
Dolphin Man?
Yeah, of actions, like coloring something with like 2 fingers as opposed to now you can open them. Or like if you never squeezed like silly putty and it only went out the middle part, and you were like, that's weird. Oh, my friends, it goes out the other 2
It was
parts.
like this. It was like it was the middle 2 fingers, and so they kind of just functioned as one, as I recall. And you know what? 4-year-olds don't have a lot of complaints.
Dude, I'll tell you this: if you still had it, we would not know each other.
Bullshit.
No, I'll never be friends with a fish.
Oh, you will, and I'm still a fish. Well, it gets worse.
He pulls his hair back and he has gills.
So, like, Sam, you can go ahead and look at these ones. Like, the fingers
I see them now, and it's fucking
I want to point
messing
out,
with my head.
I want to point out, this is my least favorite part about the whole thing. And you've made fun of this before, Ralph. And maybe you just need a little reminder.
Do it again.
But you'll notice there's a little bit of hair growth on my scars. And that's because they took the skin to close up my fingers from my pubis. and so they borrowed skin from the area above my dinger.
Oh my god, dude.
And now I grow.
You have pubans?
I've never felt more confident to just have sleep apnea.
Dude, don't say it like that. I was gonna say it. I was gonna I was gonna pace us into it. And then you just yelled, "You have pube hands?" You fuck. Okay, so I might grow hair on my fingers.
When did the hair growth start? Like puberty?
Puberty.
Your friends are starting.
James is becoming a man. How could you tell? Have you seen those fucking hairy fingers? So
They could have pulled the skin from anywhere.
I know I could have had like leg hands, maybe feet hands,
Yeah, anywhere.
arm hands, but nope.
Why do they need that skin?
Was he a jokester?
You think my doctor was playing the long con?
He's listening to every podcast you've ever been on to be like, oh yeah, here it goes.
He's waiting for me to admit
Yeah.
what fucking Sam said. I won't even repeat it.
Few bands.
Stop
He said that like he was a bully that just found out about it.
Dude, if
Bro.
oh my god, if
I'm gonna intro you as
I
pube hands.
knew, Jesus.
Can I see?
Yeah.
Oh my!
You know how many times
Show him,
I've fucking
show Sam. Look how the long hairs.
I know,
Oh, that one is kind of long. All right. Yeah, I need to do a little manscaping.
bro. That's
Dude, he legit has pubes coming out of his hands.
that's insane.
It's just hair. It's not pubes because it's not on my dick. I mean,
But
around.
those are
But
pubes.
those are pubes because
pubes.
they're from your dick on your hands.
That's from your pubic area, but that are now on your hands for some reason.
Yeah, it's like if you removed your dick and put it on your hand, that would be, you'd have a dick
Dick
hand.
hands,
Yes.
So what do you have to say for yourself? Say I'm sorry to all the listeners for having to listen to your freak mutant ass.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, he's not wrong. You should apologize.
Damn it! I shouldn't have saved this story to when fucking I knew Ralph was riled up at the beginning of the episode. He's on one. It's just finger hair now because it's on my fingers, and so it's finger hair.
It's long and curly.
Yeah.
It does need a trim.
Oh my god.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is I hope you guys don't look at me any differently.
Wow.
Dang.
Can you believe that?
I love this podcast.
I
never
saving
put-
the story too.
For, if nothing else, for the fact that I never would have known that. Because James is not known for being super vulnerable.
yeah.
I'm a
But-
closed book.
And he did it. And
But you
know, we're
did
all-
it.
I think we
and
can
you
all
got-
see why. He called me a fucking freak mutant. I told him I should apologize.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little hard to be open around you guys.
Yeah. Makes pube hands seem pretty nice.
See, that's what I was surprised about. I got really vulnerable, and Ralph was just like very caring for me.
Fuck. Yeah,
I thought
he
he
can
was-
only fake it for 8 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
And then the
He
fucking,
turns fast.
I got the right
Claws.
8 minutes.
You didn't see his
Claws
lizard
came out.
eyes glaze over.
Yeah. Fucking glaze. All right, well.
God damn.
This has been Secret Clubhouse. I just
Nose
ended
is
it
running.
now.
Yeah.
And I'm pube hands. Go fuck yourself, America.
Oh, could we edit pubes to come in and like close us out?
I can close it out with pubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They're-
for the YouTube, for the listeners, just have it like
Look how long. Look.
Stop.
dude. We're gonna take a picture. We're
Look,
gonna post it on
look.
our Instagram.
No, I'm gonna trim them first.
Look.
No, you're not. We're gonna pin
Does
you
the
down.
does the surgery? I know it's their pubes. It's
Yeah, no,
crazy.
here's the thing. It's
disgusting.
That's crazy.
Don't say disgusting. It's finger. But here
Your
it is.
parents didn't say no.
I will admit this. If I trim them back,
No,
They're
just say no.
jokesters too.
if I trim them back,
Yeah.
my finger looks about a half inch longer. So sometimes I rock that. You know,
Dude,
to
instead of
impress the lady.
instead of dick pics, do you send finger pics?
That's just a finger. Yeah, well, what do you think of the pubes?
I'm just gonna start
The
calling you
pubes aren't
scrotum
just-
nuts.
yeah.
I was gonna say that'd be so funny if it was part of the balls too, and they're just like sag.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, here's the thing. I feel like the pubis is a pretty common place for surgeons to grab extra skin from. So if you're like me and you have pubes on other parts of your body,
Like your face.
write in the Secret Clubhouse podcast so I don't feel so alone.
That's how-
Imagine I'm listening and then cuts to me getting my hair transplant where they cut out all the hair here and they fucking yeah.
Pubes.
You guys didn't tell me, but I have one line of curly cues.
Bro, if that was your story right now, and we just hug at the end,
Yeah.
and this goes on Jerry Springer.
We make out and then Ralph's the loser mutant.
Yeah.
They give
Fuck
you hair transplants
you,
from
normie.
James's knuckles.
I'll say this. Or I'll ask this. Do you wish your parents never got you the surgery and that you could still
Still have web
swim
fingers.
like a sea creature?
Real Michael Phelps.
It's not
Yes.
even just that. You also don't have pube hands anymore. So there's that positive.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, here's the thing. Before I mentioned the pube hands, and I just mentioned that I had web fingers, you said you would not be my friend. And now that I have pube hands, you also won't be my friend.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much lose-lose.
Yeah, but that's not the question. I just need to know if you do it or not. I don't have a lot of friends for their deformities.
I would keep the web fingers,
But not the web toes.
I would prefer pubed feet.
Why?
Oh, you want pube feet?
Yeah.
Wait, but no webs?
No, get rid of the webs. Give me the pubes.
Wait, why would you still want that?
So I look good in a bikini. No, I don't know.
No, I didn't even say that was an option for
I would
pube
keep.
feet.
You know why I would keep the webbies? Because not because of the pubes. I mean, we all have pubes. It's cool. I would just do it to have web fingers and freak you guys out, and I think it'd be funny.
But what is it? But you wouldn't be hurt, like, because you'd have to go through school and everyone calling you.
I never mind when people make fun of me. That's why I hang out with you fucking turd nuggets.
Wow, dude.
That's offensive.
That's still not as bad as pube hands.
I like being unique and different, and having 4 fingers and 5 finger bones would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Unique and different is another word for ugly and just plain, just get out of my sight, man.
I love how Ralph completely disassociated from his body to say that.
Just plain get out of my sight.
Plain, get out of my sight.
That's such a funny thing to say in like high school.
Get out of my sight.
Oh my,
Freaking
more
nerd,
hurtful.
weirdo.
Fucking mutant.
It's more hurtful than anything. If I boarded the bus my first day to go to school and the bus driver said get out of my sight, I would fucking walk back into my mom's van.
Okay, so Sam, you're Charles Xavier and James Mutant Boy, old
Pube
hands.
Yes.
Shows up at your school for incredibly gifted kids.
Yeah.
Would you accept him?
No, I say get out of my sight.
Guys.
I'd bring you in and then I'd ask like, what's your power though?
Pubes. I can grow pubes on my fingers.
Have you guys seen Umbrella Academy?
Yes.
No.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
I watched one episode and I did not love it.
Dude, it was bad.
Yes.
It's not good.
Thank you.
It-
Jeez, I thought you were going to praise it because
No.
every fucking person has been like, you got to watch Umbrella.
I know.
I shut it off.
I know. We've watched 4 episodes and I keep trying to get
Is it
into
still bad?
It's getting
I'm
worse.
so glad you told me that.
Dude, it's crazy. No, for real, because it was like trending on Twitter. And it
Guys,
was like blowing up.
I am on Umbrella Academy.
You like it?
I'm on it.
On it? Not in it. You're on. You're on it.
I want you to get out of my sight. Fuck.
There's the DVD box set. Sitting right on it.
It's bad.
I'm glad you said that, man.
It's bad.
I felt alone.
Alfie and I keep watching episodes because we're like, it's got to get good. Everybody said it was amazing.
Right. I was even
It's
gonna.
bad.
I was even gonna give it another chance on another day. I was like, maybe it's me.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come
Oh,
back
wow.
to it, but now I'm not because Sam confirmed my
Season
thoughts.
1, episode 4, and it's horrible. You know what's bad about it is like the superpowers aren't even good.
Oh.
They adopted these kids
Pube
that were
hands.
like mutants. Well, basically, the one that's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, that motherfucker just looks like he's wearing a giant coat.
Yeah,
He doesn't look big.
it looks like if
He looks fucking stupid.
Doug. Fucking 5th grade bully.
Really?
He does though. Alfie and I were like, that was a terrible costume.
Dude, it's all terrible.
It's if you put a fucking pillowcase on your back and then put a coat on.
It really is. I don't know
It's
why
really
people
bad.
like
And
it.
his power is not a power.
What's his power?
We didn't even know. I thought it was like super strength because he's huge.
Right. I didn't
and you're
make it
like-
that far. Shut the fuck off. I said that coat's too big.
Yeah. I got mad at it too.
There's
you.
I watched.
See, this is why we're friends. Pube hands or not. Come here.
No.
Ew.
James.
Come here.
Disgusting.
Get the fuck away from us.
I've fed you oysters before.
You can hear your pubes when they get closer to your face.
They will light fire if
Pew
I
pew pew
snap
pew
my
pew pew pew
fingers.
pew 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 pew.
Bless you.
Thank you.
He doesn't do shit though. It's a terrible because he's huge and fucking just a tall fat guy fought him.
I didn't
And-
even make it that far.
I know. I'm telling you a guy
Spoiler alert.
the same size as him,
Yeah.
but fat version as opposed to ripped buff version.
Yeah.
fights him.
Yeah.
And beats the shit out of him.
Ew.
And then he gets up embarrassed and runs to his room.
What?
That was the 4th episode of the first season, and
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like, "What the fuck?"
God, I'm not watching that fucking show.
I was like, "These guys he's supposed to be like the Hulk or like some
Yeah.
or like the Beast or some shit like
Yeah.
that," and he got suplexed
Yeah.
and then cried on his fucking bunk bed.
I could do all that.
And then there's the girl who has the superpowers where she goes, "I heard a rumor."
Oh yeah, she like mind controls. Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
she goes, she'll like lean you in if she wants, like if I want $10 from
Yeah.
you, she'll be like, "I heard a rumor that you gave me $10," and then you would give me $10.
Whoa.
But she has to do the "I heard a rumor" part, which is really funny.
I like that.
It's kind of cute,
It's kind of fucking stupid. I told her to get out of my face.
but she doesn't use it anymore.
Yeah, she's like, I heard a rumor that a doctor took pubes
Oh,
and put it on your
bullshit.
fingers.
Yeah, but
I don't know about
nothing
you,
would
Mr.
change.
Mr. Epitome of fucking.
Nothing
Health?
would change though. James would just go, "Yeah, doctor did do
Yeah,
that."
yeah, no, I got puke hands.
No,
Wanna see
man.
'em?
Everything's pretty simple with me. No pubes on anywhere else besides my pubic area.
What do you think you're gonna die from?
Colon.
A gunshot.
Gunshot?
A bug gunshot?
Gunshot.
Oh,
Gunshot.
think you
I'm
meant
gonna get
like
shot in the fucking
bullet
head.
ants.
Who's gonna shoot you?
Someone probably that evil that doesn't want me on this earth anymore. Maybe my mom.
oh my god. What if it was just pitch black and all you saw, like you were in a dark room or something, and you turn around and you see the gun pointing at you, and all you see is 2 webbed hands, and then they try to pull the trigger, but it slips out, and then it jumps back in a lake.
Yeah, yeah, and then
Just a flipper?
And I survive, and I just know it's James.
I like to think if you died and the detectives show up and they'd find a little curly Q on your chest and they'd be like, it's his calling card.
Whoa, the pube serial killer.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But then
No.
they know it was you because we have DNA testing, so they'd just be like, "It's James Frey."
They
That's
took a
his pube."
stool sample
but
from
like-
the.
Nobody wants to touch my hands, so good luck in matching it. You know.
Oh,
We
I
didn't
thought
wanna
you meant
tou-
arresting you.
We didn't want to
Good luck
touch your
putting the
hands
ca-
before we knew.
Good luck putting the cuffs on. I
Keep squeezing out this fucking
slip right
squid.
out. I can slip right out past all the pubes. All right, talk about yourself, bitch.
I don't know, man. I'm a pretty healthy guy. I'm always healthy.
Okay, that's 2 lies and the truth.
Honestly, the worst injury I ever got was I had a basketball hoop that I can go up and down, and I dropped it down to a cool 8 feet, and
nice.
I would practice slam dunks on it. And one day I slam dunked so hard I came down and I tore my ACL.
Really?
Yeah,
Who were you playing with?
myself. I was dunking on my own hoop, and it was a very slight. I don't even know what it was, but I landed on my knee and it felt like it popped, and I started screaming. And then we didn't have health insurance, so I laid in a bed for about 2 months and just kind of iced it, and then that's
You were
it.
able to walk again eventually.
Yeah,
That's that's at home medicine.
yeah. My mom just kept like putting Vicks on it and just praying over me.
Vicks vapor.
Yeah.
Did
Did
you
it
also have the flu?
Yeah, no, it's just so my knee could breathe better. So if I had any superpower, I guess my knees are just, they're not great, but they're still there.
That's your superpower.
I fucked up and then that
You're
happened.
like Wolverine, but it takes 2.5 years to
Dude,
get better.
it was so sad. It was so sad. And I played basketball the next year, and my knee still wasn't like amazing because I didn't really fix it. So I was like overcompensating for my other knee.
Does it still hurt to this day?
No. Well, both of them are kind of fucked now because when I was playing basketball the next year, after we lost a game to a team that we were supposed to beat.
Basketball seems like something you do once a year.
Yeah, well, it is with my new knees. Yeah, and we were running sprints, and I went out to leave on a sprint, and my other knee, same thing happened, like a little pop, and then I was like, ah,
man.
and then I was trying to pretend like it wasn't hurting. This I could put on a little bit of weight, but my coach was like, literally right before that happened, he's like, if you want to leave, you leave.
Dang.
You know, the door's right there.
We
Last
were
chance.
hurt?
This is
Last chance
before,
you, coach.
just before he said that. Then that happened, and then I'm like, "Fuck!" I did that kind of right after he said that. So now it's like, I really should leave, but it's not because I don't want to be here. It's because like I'm really hurt, coach,
My bones hurt.
and I was like trying to pretend like I wasn't
how
hurt,
old
and
were
it was
you?
very obvious I was hurt. I was 13.
Yeah. Damn, that's early. That's
You've had
young for knee
yeah.
injuries.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say you've had young ass injuries. That's why you're all fucked up now.
Yeah.
and you do regular shit, but you still get more hurt than most people.
Absolutely, just from sitting down, standing up.
You're getting old. That's why.
Yeah,
How old are you now?
He aged faster than most.
31,
you
going
think-
on 47.
Emotionally.
Yeah.
I've
You're
had a
an
lot
old
of
soul.
small injuries. Not like they're all leading up to the big one. But
Shit. Like fucking you describe yourself as earthquakes? Yeah, well, don't forget about 94.
yeah, I've hit a lot of 2.2s, but
Yeah.
the 6.1's right around the
Oh
corner.
yeah.
They're all like small, but they freak me out, and then my mind runs away with like a story, and
What
my
could
imagination gets away from me,
Yeah.
and I think about what could have happened in that moment. I had one small injury in New York. I was in the kitchen, and Alfie was in the other room, like living room or some shit, and I'm cutting. I forget what. I'm using the knife though, and I'm putting both hands on it.
Looks like celery.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was celery and peanut butter.
By your technique, I'm guessing
Yeah,
celery.
that does make sense.
Were you making ants on a log?
Hey babe, we have raisins.
One of your chef staples.
Babe, did you eat all the raisins? Cause I'm missing ants.
Ants on a log.
I'm missing the ants.
It's just a log. It's just a log right
Usually
now.
someone's like cutting peppers or something to like fill a chicken, but you're like cutting fucking celery for ants on a log.
I'm making a whole snack.
Dinner. It's dinner. It's
Ants on a log.
ants on a
We
log.
didn't have kids at that time either, so it's just because it brings me joy
2 adults eating fucking ants on a log.
for dinner.
Candlelit. Red wine.
Fork and knife.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid. I'm cutting, and my hand slips. Not on the blade though.
Yeah.
The pressure of how hard I was pushing down hit the counter, and my hand opens up and just starts gushing blood.
How do you cut your hand then?
It was just the pressure of the
Like
top
on
of
the
the
back
knife.
of
Like
the-
it
Oh, wow.
hit, it
The
like
back
tore
of the
it.
knife.
Oh wow.
On the back of the knife, yeah, not the blade. It like
Wow.
tore it open.
Jeez.
Same way, whatever. If you were in fucking football and your hand hits like a helmet, it's not
Yeah,
a sharp
yeah,
edge,
right,
but
yeah.
it hits it so hard it splits
Yeah.
it open. So it fucking splits it open, and I see blood like spill into the celery, so it's like watered down,
Yeah.
and it looked like a movie, like you know the fucking Scream mask for Halloween where you can
How like
spin
oh,
up.
wow.
the blood like
It was like
moves.
that blood,
Right.
and it fucking blood freaks me out in general. So I immediately like throw the knife down. I turn the sink on, and I'm screaming for Alfie. I'm like yelling her. I'm fucking Alfie,
Help!
Alfie.
Oh my god, dude, that's scary.
I know, and she doesn't respond.
Shoot.
And then I just
Shoot.
I-
Shoot bad doop. Shoot bad doop. Shoot bad.
3 rats outside my New York.
Shoot.
She's just
I'm
pissed.
bleeding. They're all wearing Ray-Bans.
She's just pissed because you made red ants on a log.
It's such a stupid visual.
It was New York. Anything's possible.
Shoot bad doop.
So
Bad doop.
I'm screaming her name and I don't hear any response, and I'm getting more scared because the blood just won't stop, which is so stupid because the thumb's not big.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I feel like it would
you didn't
end.
put any pressure on it. You're just putting it on underwater.
Putting it underwater, trying to wash away. Well, then I was pushing down with like paper towel.
Yeah.
But it was filling up fast.
Screaming,
It was
yeah.
the most blood I've seen on myself,
Yeah.
and it was fucking bleeding. I'm screaming her name, and I just hear in the distance her mom's voice on speakerphone, and they're just chatting and fucking laughing and
Having a
like
nice
joking
time.
around.
Having a nice day.
Yeah, and I'm screaming because almost all the blood is for sure out of my body.
Yeah.
I don't know how much blood is in a body, but
Yeah.
when I see that much come out of a thumb,
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I think I have my right leg left.
I think it's
Yeah.
like 7.5 liters.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what that is in when it's coming out of your body into like a sink.
42 thumbs.
And I'm screaming and she's joking around. And then I like stopped screaming and the blood's still flowing out of my body. And I just kind of like looked around.
Found your peace.
Yeah. And I was like, this is it.
You were dying.
Wow.
Did you think you were going to die?
Yeah. And I thought 3 rats were going to carry me out of my apartment into the streets of Harlem.
Just little raisins placed on your closed eyelids. So you could cross the river on a giant piece of celery.
God damn it.
I hate that so much.
Did she ever help?
No, I ran in afterwards and I finally like slowed it down. But I have a huge scar on my. I don't even remember where it is.
Oh, it's that big.
It's like it's around here. It's huge once I see it.
Smaller than my fucking pubes, loser.
Dang.
Dang, good job. Good job.
Loop, shoot the loop, the loop, the loop.
Loop. Shoot the loop. Is it a loop?
Shoot the loop.
Dude, I only listen to Creed.
It did sound like Creed trying to do that song.
Shoot the loop. Shoot the loop.
Burn out. So that's yeah, just a bunch of little cuts along the way, along this journey we call
Battle
life.
scars, yeah.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse than when like you genuinely need help from your partner or your friend or like what, because there's plenty of moments where we don't need it, but then you're calling her and there's no response. And then it makes it even worse for some reason that she was having a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like that. Yeah, it's like the. You've seen the fucking movie where like the guy's getting stabbed in the other room and the girlfriend's like, "What are we doing tomorrow, Lindsay?"
Yeah.
On the phone and shit, and he's just like, "Fuck, Tiffany!" I can't
Right.
believe he said that.
You get even mad. You like blame them.
Yeah.
Well, if you had been here, if I hadn't asked where the raisins were.
Yeah, dude. Imagine you die making ants on a log.
Damn.
Area man found dead.
Ants were not on the log.
No.
There's just little raisins off the celery.
A single curly Q pube was found.
And that's how you full circle a podcast.
Damn.
Good night, everyone.
This has been the Secret Clubhouse podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify every Wednesday, YouTube if you look us up. Thanks for listening.
So smooth. So smooth. Like he's doing late night radio.
But still a swallow at the end.
And we're the 3 best friends that anybody could have. We're the 3 best friends that anyone could have. We're the 3 best friends. We're the 3 best friends.